All right, everyone, welcome back to 7-Minute Options. All right, today we're going to talk about buying power and why buying power is so important. So, as you recall, on the most recent episode, we looked at X, which is US Steel, and we sold this option here. So right now, US Steel is trading for between $25 and $26. You can see this line here. Actually, it closed the day at $25.52. And so we sold this option here, the 22 put, and my goal for this option is to hope that it expires out of the money and I can keep most of that $63 credit, maybe even all of it if I hold it to expiration. And I just want to kind of sell it again just to show you guys this dialogue here. This comes up here, buying power reduction of $221. So what this means is that your broker knows that there's a chance, in this case it's a 26% chance, there is a chance that come June 18th, at the end of the day, this stock is going to be below my $22 strike. And so I will be in a losing position. And if that happens, I'm going to need some cash to cover that position. Either some cash to buy all these shares or some cash to buy that put option at a loss. In any event, the broker knows that it's in their best interest to basically reserve this cash so that I can't spend this cash in the interim, right? So they're basically saying, this is cash in your account, but they're not going to let you spend it. They're going to reserve it as long as you have this option because there's risk associated with this option, right? The risk that the stock tanks for whatever reason, and you're going to be in a losing position and you're going to need that cash to cover that loss. Now, notice here that the max loss, which is this number here on this position, is $2,100, and that's an extreme case, right? Which kind of makes sense, right? Right now the stock is trading for $25. What if this stock goes to zero tomorrow, right? I mean, it's possible that this company declares bankruptcy tomorrow, let's say. I mean, however unlikely that may be, US Steel is a big company, they've been around forever. But if this stock goes down to like 50 cents a share or $1 a share overnight, then I would be out $2,000, right? And so it is possible to lose more money than you have, right? I mean, if I open this account with like $300 and I sell this option and this stock goes to zero, I will have lost more than my $300 account. So as just an FYI, whenever you're selling naked options, right? In this case, it's a cash secured put, you have the potential to lose more money than you have. Or lose more money than basically the buying power that they reserved. All right, having covered that, it's worth noting that this buying power reduction is not the same for all stocks, even if the stock is roughly the same price. Let's take a quick look at Fubo, which is a similarly priced stock. Fubo is, of course, that online cable TV service. If you look at this here, June 18th, same expirations, same 31 days to expiry. And if I pick the same stock, right, the same option, this option also has a 74% chance of being out of the money. Interestingly enough, I also get somewhere between $62 and $67 for it, so it's very similarly priced. And yet the buying power I need is $681 to short this option, as opposed to the same one in X, which only costs like $220. Now, one of the reasons why I like to stick with options that are around $20-30 or even less in a small account, and you can see my account here is pretty small, is because the buying power for that kind of a position is so low. If I take a look at Tesla, for example, right, this is a very popular stock to trade. I look at the same expiration. Now, this is a very expensive stock. I mean, today it's trading at $570 a share. If I go to the 74% out of the money call option here, put option, and I try to sell it, look at that, I get $1,200. Amazing, $1,240 in cash just for selling that put option. It's like, yes, but my buying power that I need for this thing is $15,000, right? If you were to basically execute this trade, your buying power would reduce by $15,000, which is why you should not do this trade unless you have a very large account, right? This thing can blow up your account in no time. So that's why you got to be really careful with the buying power and stick to options that are generally low priced. All right, until you get more comfortable. Yeah, if your account is bigger and you're more comfortable and you know what you're doing, then you can start trading naked options in a stock like Tesla. But for a small account, or if you're just starting out, I strongly advise against it for that reason. All right, so that's buying power in a nutshell. On the next episode, we're going to take a look at how a cash secured put and a cash secured put and a covered call can be used together to lower your cost basis even further. All right, so we can talk a lot about theta and buying power, but one thing you want to keep in mind about buying power is you want to open positions that spread your buying power out across a number of different positions, right? If you have, let's say, a $5,000 account or something small, it's very easy to open up 2 or 3 positions and use up that entire $5,000 buying power. And then you can't open any more positions until you start closing one of the 2 or 3 you opened. One of the things that I liked about this trade in X, in US Steel earlier today, is if you recall, this one, we got $63 in credit for this trade earlier today, and it takes only $221 of buying power, right? So in theory, for like a $2,000 reduction of buying power, I could open 10 of these. I could get like $630. I don't want to do that, okay? That is not how you do it. You want to stay small, and you want to open as many different positions in different underlyings as possible. That's much better than opening a lot of positions in one underlying. But this is actually very efficient use of buying power, right? I only gave up $221 and I got 2 theta, or 2.2 theta out of it. Again, theta is the amount of money I can expect to earn in one day if the stock doesn't move, right? So keep in mind, always watch how much money you're giving up, how much buying power you're giving up, and how much theta you're getting in return. All right, and we'll talk a little bit more about those targets and numbers later on. All right, see you next time. Thanks.